Hi, so the answer to how to keep sane during COVID-19 is basically the same as you keep sane at any time. And I'm going to give you 5 very simple things to do, and if you do them, they'll help you keep sane. The first thing is that as soon as you wake up, you have to thank God for all your blessings. The train of thoughts that we have follows our first thought. So if your first thought is nervousness, you can imagine what your day is going to be. If your first thought is positive, then that's what your day will be. And I do this every morning. I think things that I'm grateful for and immediately shifts my mood. And generally, I have that mood for the rest of the day. Now, also, we create a subconscious concept of reality. And if all the time we're in a bad mood, so we're expecting bad things. But if all the time we're basically in a good mood, we're expecting good things. So that's number one. Number two is you have to have a meaningful life. And most of us, I think, are waiting for someone to come out of the sky and here, this is the meaning of your life. Or we're waiting for someone to love us. The meaning of life isn't what you do for others. I have 5 steps to discover the meaning of your life in my book, Kabbalah Love. You can do KabbalahLove.org, KABBALAH.org. It's in the appendix of the book. But the bottom line is find people that would appreciate you reaching out to them. And so how do you stay sane? You do this by reaching out and giving love to others. You know, one of the things I do, I have a blog. I'm answering your question on Quora. This is going on to Facebook as well. So the point is, I reach out to others. I probably touch throughout the week um, thousands of people, and I'm not a special guy, but I just take the time to do it. And so that gives me a sense of meaning and purpose. And so if you want to feel sane, you have to have a meaningful life. And really, all that COVID-19 is doing is it's kind of distracting us from our distractions. Life was meaningless before. And that's why I really find that those people that had a meaningful life before have a meaningful life now. And those that didn't have a meaningful life before, they're coming face to face with reality. And reality is that you are in charge of making your life meaningful. And there are a lot of people that need help and a lot of people that want someone to reach out to them. So you can't, basically have to be proactive in life. The other thing is that anxiety can really rob us of happiness. So we have to learn how to overcome anxiety. And so obviously there may be, practical reasons to be anxious and you have to do what you can. But generally speaking, there's nothing you can do. You have to find the good in the bad and the bad will turn to good. And the other thing is you have to have hope. If a person lets a certain situation overwhelm them and they think that this is reality, that's where people start to get depressed because they think this is their whole reality. But if the person thought, in half a year, I'd be over this. So they can get through it because they have hope. And we all know that one day, very soon, the Mashiach, God promised a perfect, beautiful world. And we're much closer to that age than ever before. So that's going to come. You can learn about Mashiach. I have Mashiach explained on my website, KabbalahWisdom.org. But you have to induce hope. And so finally, I would say the last thing that you can do to remain sane is study Torah. There's so much amazing wisdom. This is something that I do to remain sane. Every day in the morning, I spend about 3 hours studying Torah. And you go to Chabad.org, CHABAD.org, or on my website, there's a lot. There's literally fortunes to study. There's TorahCafe.com. And Torah is inspirational wisdom. It's divine wisdom passed through from God to the Jewish people, particularly with Jewish mysticism. It's very inspirational. And you need that. You need that to stay sane. You need a positive force, And the last thing I would say is stay off the news. The news is like a negative force. So somebody comes to you and says, I want to not feel, cold. I'll say, well, just go out of that cold pool you're in. So if you don't want to feel negative, get rid of the media because that's going to make you feel negative. So add positive, Torah, and get rid of the negative. And last but not least, if you're a Gentile, there's what's called the Noahide Code. You can go to asknoah.org. And by fulfilling our mission, each one of us has a mission. For a Jew, there are 613 commandments. For a Gentile, there are 7. By doing what you have to do, which basically boils down to goodness and kindness, then you will feel good. Do it, because in the end of the day, through doing what I'm telling you, it's like a prescription. A doctor could be the wisest person. You can have the best prescription in the world. If you do it, you'll feel happy.